Hi guys, Jason from JVA Carpy Adventures and welcome to vlog number 57 of the Mousehole Diaries. So yep, that means I'm back at Mousehole Lakes in Paddockwood, Kent, and this time on Kingfisher Swim 5. But for now, let's just roll that intro. Hi guys, so like I said, I'm on Kingfisher this week and I am on swim number 5, which if you've been watching my vlogs, you'll know last year I actually had my PB out of this swim, which was £42.12, I believe. Now, I've actually got some sad news to start with, which is why I'm actually here in daylight hours. I've actually had the day off work for compassionate leave, so thanks work, I do appreciate it. Sadly, I lost one of my really good friends of like 29, nearly 30 years yesterday, but I only found out this morning. So it means I have managed to get to Mousehole a little bit easier, and I don't know about you guys, but being on the bank fishing, it's the absolute best place for me to deal with stuff like this because I'm by myself. It's just me fishing, you know, no one around you, and just leaves you, yourself with your thoughts. So I hope guys, if you have any issues or stuff like that, that you've got somewhere you can go. Obviously I'm at Mousehole, which really for me is like home from home, so I'm very comfortable. I'm very glad to be here. I'm very grateful that work gave me some time off compassionate leave and allowed me to get here earlier, and I've actually gone and got everything pretty much all set up. Now I am going to redo the rods shortly because I think it's about 3 o'clock or it's about 3:15, so I do want to redo the rods just before it gets dark, guys. But I have had them out just while I've been setting up, so I'm going to go redo the rods quickly and then I'll probably show you where they are, guys. Just going to put a little picture up here of my mate Ben. Really going to miss you, geezer, absolute diamond geezer. I used to work with Ben many moons ago when I did security, and we both worked in HMV in Kingston in the Bental Centre, and obviously friends ever since. So absolutely gutted about that, guys, absolutely gutted. But let's get on with the vlog, and hopefully, even though it's a little bit chilly, I might be able to get you a fish or two. Hi guys, so I'm back. It's 4:45, Friday 17th of Jan. I've just put my rods out for the evening, guys, so I'm just going to let you know what's on what and where. So I've got no one down the bank to my right, so that's swim 6 and swim 7 are both empty. So where you've got these two islands here, I've gone bang in the middle there, guys. So that is actually a tiger nut and maple pop-up, but I've trimmed it down to next to nothing because they're super buoyant, and it's now just a wafter, and that's just got a tiny mesh bag of tiger nut crumb, basically, guys. Now we come back to my middle rod, which obviously I've got the island in front of me, and in this channel just down here, guys, halfway is actually where I had that 42-pounder last year, so you can be sure I have put one there. So I've actually gone for Mousehole Lakes own pineapple tigers in a solid PVA bag. Now there is one more thing different about that spot there, guys. It's the only spot I have put bait on. I've got to think they've got to come through this channel all the time. If I have one spot with bait, I want to see if it works or not, so that's what I'm doing. I know I've tried it before and it hasn't worked, but I don't know, my gut's telling me whack some bait over there, which I have, which is essentially hemp, sweet corn and some 10mm boilies. I think they were like total nut boilies with glug, so it's got a lot of attraction over there, so I'm quite happy with that. Now the last rod, which is just a single OG fish wafter in orange, and I've gone for orange, guys, because it's not really a colour I've used here, if I'm honest. So the left hand side of my island, I've gone midway up it and dropped it in. I've had a look from the other side of the island where the boat was, because the reeds are kind of blocking my view from here, so you can't see it, but it's basically middle of that island, fairly tight, I'd say within a foot of the margin there, and that's, like I said, an orange OG fish with nothing. So no bait over that whatsoever, just a single. Also, while I'm talking about singles and winter tactics and all the rest, obviously that vlog came out last week, and really appreciate all you guys that gave me feedback. I really do appreciate it. I was genuinely interested. You know, I'm not a know-it-all. I definitely do not know it all when it comes to fishing, or most things, to be fair. But I really did appreciate the good feedback I had from you guys. Thank you very much. And I think unless anything goes off tonight, I think it's probably going to be an update now tomorrow morning. So I'm going to go make myself a coffee. It's definitely coffee o'clock for me. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be coming back with another update, letting you know I've had a fish, because it's been a bit dry for me lately, guys. I think the last fish I had might have even been at Farlow's. I don't know, I kind of feel like maybe I had one when I came back here, but I haven't had one here for a while. So certainly my last 2, maybe 3 sessions here, I have not had a fish. So I'm praying, guys, I am praying. Also, I haven't made it a thing, but I did actually buy a scratch card on the way here, guys, and I did actually do it when I was here, and I did actually lose. So if we're going back to 2024, that would normally mean I catch. I didn't do one the last time I came. I didn't want to start that up in 2025, but I did do it today because I am a bit superstitious. That's the word. I am a bit superstitious like that, guys. So I did go and get myself a scratch card. So let's see if I get one or not tonight. Fingers crossed. If you are on the bank, guys, I hope you're safe. Morning all. So 7 o'clock Saturday morning, and yeah, unfortunately, once again, no alarms have gone off, although no excuses. Happy with the spots, put them out with the bait boat, happy with the bait, happy with the bait and approach. Obviously I have put one spot that's quite heavily baited, and the other one has nothing. It's literally a single by itself, and the other had like the smallest mesh bag of crumb. So as always, at Mousehole I tend to leave them to about 10 o'clock. I'm going to leave them to about 11 o'clock today, guys, only because I do know, or maybe even half 11 actually, I might even leave them till midday, talking about, only because I do know last time I was here, a couple of guys had been watching my vlogs, and I had said to them about leaving them in past the sort of morning bite time to see, and sure enough, they did that. And then I think it was like about 11 and quarter past 11, they both of them had a bite. So they came over and saw me on Kestrel, and they were very happy about it. So well done, lads. And so I need to follow my own advice. So I think I'm going to leave the rods in a little bit later today. The only reason that might change is if I urgently need a comfort break, which can happen after I've had a coffee in the morning. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But hopefully I'm going to leave them still, guys. I don't believe anything else has been out. I haven't heard anything, but obviously we've got the aerators either side of me, so you know, it does make hearing things a little bit harder. But again, that's also, those aerators are one of the reasons why this is a lake that, I mean, it has frozen over, but not this year. So far, touch wood, it hasn't frozen over. I don't know, other places have. So plan of attack is going to be pretty much probably the same. I don't think I'm going to change any of the baits. I might change that orange to a pink. I've got a white type boilie out, got a yellow, so I might change the yellow to a creamy colour, only because that's what sort of the 10mm boilies that are in that hemp and sweet corn mix are brown, light brown. So I might change to that on that middle rod in that channel where I had the 44-pounder last, or 42-pounder last year. And that's about it, guys. So it's still absolutely pitch black out. It has been a cold night. It is also going to be a cold day of about one or 2 degrees max. I have put my heated socks on, so hopefully, probably by the time this come out, the heated socks winner's already been drawn, so well done to that person. A little correction. So I think week before last, obviously it's not going to be in this timeline, but it's like the 18th of Jan now. So a couple of weeks ago I had my winter changes vlogs out, and one of the guys, I know he was joking, mentioned about what I called my snod that I always keep to keep my nose warm, particularly when you're sleeping during the night and your head's out of your sleeping bag, your nose will be freezing. And I keep calling it a snod. He corrected me, as he should, as it's actually called a snood. So there you go, guys. Get yourself a snood. It does help in the winter, and even sometimes during the day. You know, when you're sitting here and you're watching the water and your nose gets cold, just whack that over. Keeps you nice and warm. Always got to try and stay warm. I've got my heated socks on, and my feet are feeling quite lovely and toasty. And I've put it on the lowest setting, guys, because on my battery packs that I've got in here, these will last me a good 12 hours. So at least until like 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock tonight, I know I'm good. So I will give you a bit more of an update later. For me, I do stay in the bag a little bit longer in the winter, only because it's pitch black outside, so I can't see anything, and because it's blinking cold. So normally, I mean, I am up from 5 o'clock, but there's no point in me going outside. I can't see anything whatsoever. So yeah, stay warm in the bed until you really need to get up. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Once again, obviously, I am dedicating this vlog to my friend who I sadly lost the other day, Ben Websdale. Rest in peace, Ben. Gonna miss you all the time, fella. Thanks for watching, guys. Alright guys, just thought I'd give you a bit of a Saturday afternoon update. So kind of left the rods in till about 12 o'clock, to be honest. Thought I'd give it as long as I could, and then joy oh joy, when I was bringing in the left hand rod, which was about 1.5 foot away from the island, I was in a root, so I had to go get Martin to go out on the boat and help me out. Cheers Martin, appreciated. So I've pretty much gone to mostly the same spots. The only one that's different, if I'm honest, obviously the one that's on the left of the island's a little further out, so it's about 1 metre out rather than about 1.5 foot or 1 foot. And the one that was in the channel in front of me on the right hand rod, I've now put out to mid-water. But it's still, I mean, if you're thinking guys of coming here on a winter ticket, it's still worthwhile doing. I mean, I've got swims 6 and 7 that are empty next to me. It looks like 8 and 9 are empty. There are a few other people on the lake, but there are plenty of swims here. So obviously no point doing it now, because obviously there's only a month and a bit left of the winter ticket, guys. But definitely worth considering if you want to get down to Mousehole. Checking out when they put it up on Facebook for the winter ticket. It's definitely worth doing, guys, especially if you can make it down here quite a bit during the winter. You'll find you will have space, and you know, you can pretty much have your pick of your swims if no one's on the lake. So definitely worth doing. I'm just going to flick the camera around briefly, guys, and just show you what it's like. Maybe even give you a little of a tour of the swim. I'm in swim 5, guys, which is quite big, to be fair. And in fact, as I've said many times before, most of the swims at Mousehole are quite big. So yeah, let's just swing the camera around for you. Right, as you can see all the way down there, guys, that is going towards 6 and 7. There isn't anyone down there. This side of the lake, I do have a chap next to me in 4. 2 and 3 are empty, one's got someone in it. There's obviously all my setup here. The old rods are there, and as you can see, I am in swim 5. So while I've got the camera out, I might as well show you again. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, guys, just because these action cams are quite far. So this island right in front of me, I've up the left hand side about midway, but I'm about 1 metre out now, guys. Again, I've gone mid channel here, like I said yesterday. That's where I had that 42 pounder last year, and then I've gone over towards swim 6 mid channel. No one's down there, so I'm not infringing on anyone, so why not? There's no lines down there, so it makes good sense. So that's it, guys. Obviously winter colours everywhere, still absolutely beautiful here. We were meant to be having fog this morning and didn't have any, so yeah, happy days, been quite nice. Alright guys, I probably will redo one of the rods before this evening, or before it gets dark, but other than that, let's hope I can give you an update later with a fish. Fingers crossed, guys. Morning, guys. So it's about 6:30 Sunday morning, and unfortunately I still haven't had a bite. So I don't know how many visits now it is I've been at Mousehole and I've not had a bite. It's pretty hard fishing at the minute, guys. I don't mind admitting it. Don't think anyone else has had anything either. There's a few people on. There's a few people on my side. There's a few people on the other side of the lake, and yeah, I don't think anyone's had anything. I was tempted to go up to swim 7 yesterday. The guy next to me said the guy who's now in 1, he was up there at the start of the week and didn't have anything, so he moved from 7 to 1. So I'm guessing they're not really anywhere at the minute. Those fish have all vanished. So as always, I'm still here till about 10 o'clock today, guys. I want to be off by 11, so I'll start pack down probably about 9:30. So I've got a good 3.5 hours really, maybe even 4 hours before I pull the rods in, and that's definitely enough time if they go over my spots. So I forgot to give you a bit of an update last night, but I didn't move the rods. So where I showed you in the afternoon I put them, I left them. For all my time out, Friday and yesterday, I haven't seen a single fish to go at, if I'm honest. So there's no point moving them. I was happy enough with the rigs, happy enough with where they are, happy enough with the bait, happy enough with everything. You know, spots I've caught off before, I'm happy with. So I just left them last night, guys. So fingers crossed, praying to those carp gods, I can get into a fish this morning. I really did want to get a fish just to dedicate it to my mate Ben for this session. So I'm really am praying I can get one before I leave, if only for that reason. Alright guys, well the kettle's nearly boiled, so thank you for watching. Sorry again, it's been another one of those fishless vlogs so far. Fingers crossed I might be able to get something in the last few hours. Again, guys, if you're on the bank, I hope you're warm, I hope you're safe, and hopefully I can give you an update later with a fish. Fingers crossed. Morning guys, so coming up to 9 o'clock Sunday morning, and as of yet I haven't had anything, and if I'm honest guys, I don't think it's going to happen. No one's had anything this weekend over both lakes. It's been very quiet. I haven't seen a single fish. Well, I say that, I have seen a silver eel. Now I saw it first very close up. It came right up to the swim, so it gave me a chance to have a really good look at it, and I googled it to find out what it was, and it was a silver eel. And then I was telling Phil about it, the bailiff, and it's made another little trip, so I've got a little bit of footage, so I'll say that quickly. It's nothing great, but I'll show you it. Just telling Phil about this silver eel that I saw this morning, and it looks like it's coming back. I want to try and capture it this time. Not capture it as in catch it, but capture it on camera. There you go, Phil, you can see it. Yeah. And yeah, so that's about the only thing I've seen this whole weekend. So I'm going to call a close to this session. So obviously this has been vlog number 57, I believe. So firstly, thank you for watching guys. I'm sorry it has been fishless. Like I said, this week I was kind of dedicating to my mate Ben Websdale, who passed on Thursday, and I found out Friday morning before coming here. So really sad news. Lovely guy, and left a young daughter behind, which is really absolutely heartbreaking. Anyway, let's finish on a high, not a low. So firstly guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and I post every single week on a Friday at 6:30. If you've enjoyed this fishless video, which I'm sure you probably haven't, but I'm sorry, it is what it is, it's winter, give it the old thumbs up. And if you want to be notified of future posts, hit that bell icon. So hopefully by now the draw for the free socks would have gone ahead and someone's won, so congratulations whoever won. I'm actually still wearing mine now, and they are keeping my feet absolutely toasty. The rest of me is freezing, but my feet are toasty, which is always a good start really. Alright guys, only leaves me to say, stay safe, stay fishing. I'll see you in the next vlog.